Chances are you either love them or hate them. Yes, we are talking about scary movies. Me and Alexis don't like them as much.
I don't know about this one, but if you enjoy watching them, especially this time of year, it turns out there might actually be some benefits to doing so. Joining us once again on All Indiana, all the way from Ireland.
Ireland.
Ireland is certified wellness coach Dr. Conor Hogan. Dr. Hogan, it's so good to see you again. How are you, our friend?
I'm fantastic, and as you join me, it's actually dark here, so getting quite spooky.
Look,
Listen,
okay.
Dr. Hogan, now, you know, we've had this conversation. When it comes to haunted houses, that is not my ministry. I am easily scared.
Now, you claim that these movies can help us personally and professionally. And explain how that happens without the nightmares, please.
Okay, so I claim, not because a gun has been put to my head in any scary way or anything like that, but through science. There's been a very interesting study this year, believe it or not, and it's showing from a very reputable psychological journal that, first off, there was a study in the US of nearly 260 people. Now, just to put that into context, 260 is a very good study. And what they did was they looked at people that were watching scary movies and found their feedback with regard to how they felt and tested them in that regard. And of the 260 odd, they categorized them into three different groups. One was, naturally enough, the adrenaline junkies. Two were the white knucklers, they call them. And the third group was the dark coppers. Then what they did was they got the outcome from that particular study, and then they said, well, let's try and replicate this. Let's figure out if we can do it on a different culture of people. And they do that sometimes in science because of the specific outcome from the study. So they replicate it with a Danish group of people, again, around 260 people, to have an equal comparable. And what they found again was there was three groups coming out, the same three types of groups. So the outcomes were, in both studies, almost or over even 500 people, which is a really good study.
Yeah.
Okay.
The adrenaline junkies, guess what they get out of it? Adrenaline. No surprise there. All right, you're watching a scary movie, adrenaline kicks in, cool. The white knucklers, though, felt that they got growth, personal growth from actually watching.
From watching the movie?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
And the third group, which was the dark coppers, got a bit of both adrenaline and actual personal growth. So really interesting stuff.
Man.
Adrenaline, it helps us somehow, he says. Oh, no.
So if we really just don't like being scared, like myself and like this one right over here, and watching horror movies, what can we do instead?
Well, I mean, if you don't want to be scared, do the opposite. All right. So what is the opposite of being afraid? Perhaps being happy, being joyous, not scaring somebody for sure. Well, maybe it is. I mean, after all, it is Halloween coming up in the next couple of days, so perhaps trick-or-treating, or just, maybe looking after the nuts and the children with the candy.
I feel like scaring Alexis could make me happy. I feel like
Here's
that
the thing. These are the things that scare me. Taxes, bills. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to bring more bills to your door. Like, these are for you.
Absolutely. Like, there's a lot of different things. Hey, but before we let you go, we have to talk to him about his book.
Yes. This book is called The Gym Upstairs. What inspired that?
So the gym upstairs actually is set in the sport. Done with MLB players, NFL, and of course we've got the basketball, NBA, and let's not forget it, Olympians, champions all around. And then with regard to personal growth, there's huge outcomes from it. There's a lot of strategies and techniques. What inspired it was I played a lot of sport myself, and obviously I'm in this whole mindset realm. And so you put the two of them together, and it's scary in a good way.
I feel like my brain could use a good workout. What
Listen,
you think about yours?
Look, Dr. Hogan has us covered.
He does.
Dr. Hogan, thank you so much for joining us again, all the way from Ireland.
From Ireland. We appreciate you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
No problem at all.